Bingo has gone to the dogs. Gateway Pet Guardians is holding a fundraiser to help continue their pet rescue initiative in St. Louis and East St. Louis. And joining us is Jamie Case, the Executive Director of Gateway Pet Guardians. And we've gone to the dogs here at STL Live. Hi, Ruth. This is Ruth.
Jamie, what am I doing?
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about her and talk about you guys. So Gateway Pet Guardians, so you're focused primarily on the stray problem in East St. Louis and the Metro East.
Yep, exactly. So those communities around East St. Louis, Allerton, Centerville, Washington Park, those are kind of our main hub of our service area. So our organization started out just by feeding the strays and rescuing when we could, and then we realized there was a real opportunity for us to get into the community and start working with pet owners.
Mm-hmm.
So
to reduce the stray population, was that sort of the
exactly
objective?
So we were rescuing a lot of feral dogs which have never been touched by humans before. We were rescuing a lot of puppies in abandoned houses, and we realized these dogs had to originate from somewhere. So somewhere an owner had generations back, or however it worked. So we started knocking on doors and really talking to the community members.
So what did you find when you talked to people? Was there a misconception? Did you find that people were admitting to abandoning animals?
So no, it really comes down to a rural mentality in an urban environment. Okay. So just like if you went to a farm community, animals aren't fixed. They're not spayed and neutered. They're running around their property. It's kind of it was kind of the same mentality. So the dogs wanted to be outside, so we let them out in the morning, and they're not fixed. So the stat is 1 unspayed female, 1 unneutered male, and their unaltered offspring can create 67,000 animals over 6 years only.
Oh my gosh.
Those are real numbers in a community like East St. Louis and our service area, because a lot of the animals weren't fixed.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So so the stats were there, and we were rescuing, and it just wasn't making a dent.
Yeah.
So we decided we needed to up our game. So we again started working with community members, offered free spay-neuter services, talked to people about proper containment, responsible containment.
And so when you spoke to the community members, you were talking to them with these statistics, with these numbers, right?
Yeah.
And what was the reaction?
A lot of people, so East St. Louis in that area is a resource desert for resources for pet owners. There's no veterinarian. There's no animal control in the city. There's a county animal control that has one officer dedicated to like 65,000 homes or 65,000 residents. And there's really, maybe one grocery store that can provide decent food and supplies for the animals. So in comes Gateway Pet Guardians. We started really working during the winter months where it was really cold, and we started offering dog houses and tie-outs and asking people to bring their pets in. Well, upon talking to them, come here.
Ruth is really not wanting to be here. Ruth,
you need to be
this is fun.
Good girl.
We're interested.
We started talking to the community members, and they had litters of puppies, and they didn't want them.
Right.
They said she just keeps. Yes, hi, sweetie. She just keeps having puppies, and so we said we can fix that. And so the word just spread. We were offering resources that have never been offered before, and since then, in the past 3 years, the stray problem is virtually non-existent anymore.
So Ruth, she is a rescue.
Yes, she
is. So let's talk about Ruth.
She's
so
so
where
lucky.
was she found, and what are you doing with Ruth?
So she actually came from. So again, like I was saying, that stray problem is really dwindling.
Right.
And we do get owner surrenders from the community members that maybe can't keep their dog for one reason or another. They fall in hard times. We work really closely with the county animal control facility. So can you come here? So she was actually on the euthanasia list there. And so we pulled her from the euthanasia list, and she's currently residing at our shelter. Oh, yes.
So you have a shelter here in St. Louis.
We do.
And how many animals are in the shelter?
So we have a shelter that fits 13 dogs. We do primarily dogs, but we do have a sprinkling of cats here and there. Primarily dogs, and we really want it as an emergency shelter. We don't want long-term residents there. Our goal is to get them into a foster home. We have anywhere from 75 to 150 dogs at any point in time in our program.
In foster care.
And we only have 13 at our shelter.
Yeah.
So a lot are in foster homes, which is ideal for the dogs.
Yeah, that's fantastic. How long do they stay in foster homes?
Depends. Puppies can be as short as a week or two, and some guys we might have for 6-8 months, something like that.
Good. All right, Jamie and Ruth, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have much more with Gateway Pet Guardians, so please stay with us.